What have you learned of these in these 3 games so far that you've had in charge?
I've learned a lot, if I'm going to be honest. The players' mentality has been top draw. The resilience within the group's been fantastic. Look, I can't sit here and say we've totally dominated every game in this 3-game period, but the resilience that they've shown to hang on in there, they've listened to the messages, and like I've learned like just about how you treat people really, and just a little bit about myself really. Andy's been a massive help to me, and I'm sure like it's hard at the minute to really reflect properly, but I'm sure like after these next few games we'll get an opportunity, because it's been a bit of a mental schedule, so but it'll be really good like whenever May comes to probably reflect about how it actually went and what's been important. But I think the big thing probably for me were like the first meeting, standing in front of players and kind of not demanding but explaining what I want and what the non-negotiables are, and showing them what it is that we're trying to create here, which I think's been key behind it all really.
Have you felt a different sort of high after every game? So you've had your first win, that comes with certain emotions. Last minute winner, slightly different, and then a classic away win against a tougher opponent, all very different but all great experiences.
Yeah, you're 100% right, and I was thinking about that actually last night when I got home, because you don't sometimes, I think in football it's really hard to reflect quickly, and it's not till you have a sustained period where you can actually reflect properly. So we do a post-match debrief every game, but the differences in the games, because I thought Northampton were really good, really dominant against a good Northampton team who've caused a lot of teams problems, and you saw on with the result against Peterborough the game after, and then against obviously the informed team of the league in Blackpool, and again I thought we held them majority of the game, if I'm going to be honest, and even when they controlled possession second half, I felt a shape out possession really good. And then you get the Bolton where 45 minutes I thought were excellent, probably some of the best football we've played, and then second half it was just backs to the walls, and literally like, I mean I said it in my press after, but almost like laughing on touchline oddly, and that in a disrespectful way, but it's like that black cat I've got in my car or something. I've done well with it, I'm not throwing it away. It just felt like, wow, we're a bit lucky here, but at the same time, like your hard work sometimes gets you that look. So all different, but yeah, all why we love the game, I suppose.
That was an interesting quote from Joe Powell. He said, in reference to what you have been able to change, he's given us hope again. Do you like to hear stuff like that?
Yeah, I love it, yeah. Because what is life without hope? If you didn't have any hope in your life, then, well, you're almost dead, aren't you, I suppose. So, yeah, like, look, I say it all the time, we're in the best industry, in the best job in the world, so enjoy it, because one day you won't have it, and one day you won't have somebody who wants you to sign their autograph, and you are, it sounds weird, and I don't want to get, but you are someone. I know everybody's someone, but you're somebody who somebody looks up to and admires, and it's important that they have hope, and it's important that they want to do the best for themselves and the family and the club, and I remind them like before every game, like, who are you actually doing it for? It like, and whatever motivation you have is absolutely fine, but have that motivation that is a constant, and you keep reminding yourself, because it's well easy in this game to get carried away.
And you don't want to get carried away, but do you sense that something has turned a little bit? You just this place can be a good place when things are going well, and when the fans are bought in and they've got that belief, and you just get the feeling that they've regained a bit of that in these last 3 games.
Yeah, and that's what you want. Like, that's what we all want. I've come to games as a fan. I've scouted games here, and I've felt it and seen it, and it's not nice. And I've got family members, obviously, who are Rotherham fans, who say things, and it's just not nice about your club, and you want people to be excited. I think somebody just told me as we're walking in, like we've sold out the end at Stockport. I mean, you can obviously change that if we haven't, but if we have, it's amazing. Like a few weeks ago, probably nobody would have come, and to hear that and to feel that, and look, like I always say, we can't guarantee a result. We can guarantee hard work. We could lose game 3-0, we could win game 3-0. But the fans being there and being excited, turning up to that game, is what we want at this club.
Have you set any goals for the team beyond just we're going to take every game as it comes and try and win every game? Is there anything that you I don't know, like let's finish in the top 10, something like that? Is there anything that you've set there?
Yeah, I've blocked off this 8 games, so I'll tell you at the end of the season, but because I don't want to set myself up for a failure. But yeah, I've set a target for this 8 game block, and we're doing all right in it at a minute, obviously. But there's still 5 games left, and like I say, look, it's my job to not get carried away. It's my job to remain level-headed. It's my job to keep reminding lads about the jobs and roles. But yeah, this 8 games, we've got a target, and hopefully we can achieve that.
Is your old club up next? Does it feel like 20 years since you played for them?
No, it doesn't. No, it's dead strange. So I love my time at Stockport. I had a real good time. Chris Turner went manager, and then Jim Gannon came in after that. But it's a big club, and I don't think sometimes it gets the credit for being probably as big a club as it is. The fans were always great with me. I had a good rapport with them. It's nice to see them doing well again. I wish them all the best after Saturday. Dave's a fantastic manager. They've got a good group of coaching staff there. They did an amazing job last year in League 2. I watched a lot of the games last year. We actually played them with my previous club pre-season this year, so I know roughly a bit about them, but pre-season games are pre-season games, so it'll be another tough test. And like, this week we're always going to be tough. We had 3 really informed teams who are going for something, and it's the end of that long run, but we know it's going to be a tough game, but look, it's something we thrive on.
And are they indicative of maybe how football can change quite quickly? Because you look at them and you look at Wrexham, it's not that long ago that they were really struggling out of the Football League, and then look where they are now. And on the same count, we've seen teams drop out of the Football League, who you typically would be Championship League 1. And things have changed quite quickly, haven't they, in that regard?
They have, yeah, and like it's really easy to say, well, they've invested a lot of money. A lot of clubs invest a lot of money, but to spend it right and to do it right and to get success is difficult. And there's loads of different ways. I've spoke about it, and I'm not being disrespectful in any manner to any club. There's different ways to win games of football, and you have to find a way to win games to be successful and repay that investment. And both them clubs have done it really, really well. And that's something that obviously we as a club have to aspire to and get back to, and that's definitely my focus. I talk a lot about today and tomorrow, not yesterday, and look, we just need to get better every day, and hopefully we can get into a position where we're challenging again on whatever format that looks like.
And injury-wise, you've obviously got a lot of players who've been ill, injured. Is there any good news going into this game?
There's a little bit of positive news with Joshua Coyote, fingers crossed. He's trained today, so we're hoping he can come through. Other than that, there's a few questionable marks still on Kelly and Clark Harris. They've been ill. So it'll probably be a late check on them to see if we can go with them. If we can't, we can't. That is what it is. I'll not risk players if they're not 100%. And as you saw the night, obviously we brought Amish on and people like that. So look, they're more than adequate to come on and do a job for us. And you know we put full trust in. So I keep saying we don't make excuses, and we don't have any. Like whoever is in that 18-man squad will be well up for it.
Brilliant. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
You talked about that first meeting, obviously first impressions are really important. How did you sense you got instant buy-in? How did you feel it went?
You never know if you've got buy-in, do you? If I'm going to be 100% honest, I'd love to say I had a crystal ball and yeah, I got 100% buy-in straight away, but you don't ever know. But when you back that up with results, you tend to find, as speaking as an ex-player, that you get that buy-in probably quicker. And like I said, there's loads of ways to do it, and I've been successful in ways that I wouldn't want to be coached, for example, as a player. But that doesn't mean to say it's right or wrong. That, like, results kind of dictate that. But I think that lads have been happy with the shape, lads have been happy with things I'm asking them to do, and really kind of impose their character on our style of play.
Yeah. Local lad in charge of his local club, it's a brilliant story. What do you feel, is there more pressure on you because of that? And because like you were at Derby, and if you had a bad day at Derby, it will really hurt you, but you could at least drive away from it. You know, see your family being back on home ground. But here, you drive back to somewhere near Rotherham, don't you?
Yeah, no, I think like I've always had that pressure. So you could say like I'll keep talking about a player, not like a manager, but as a player, I played at different clubs which I didn't support, but I still had that pressure to deliver and to be best you can be. And the thing as a manager is like you can deliver the best you can be, and the team can deliver the best that they can be. And it's like any other sport, like you can dominate and lose. Like you could argue what the day Bolton dominated. I'm not saying anything that I don't think anybody. However, we won the game, and that's the beauty of football. There's loads of ways to do it, and there's always that pressure on. There's always that expectation on, and I always believe that if you don't have that expectation, you don't have them butterflies. It don't mean enough to you, and you shouldn't be doing it. So,
a match day, do you enjoy it? Because not every manager does it? They enjoy it during the week, but
that's a good question. Do I enjoy it? Yeah, I do. I enjoy the buzz. It's been tough for a number of reasons, obviously. At this moment in time, like we've obviously stepped Callum up from academy, who's been great and helped us out, but we're probably just lacking a little bit more support around first team. But that's obviously something that we can address further down the line. But yeah, it's been good. I mean, look, when you win, and like you've just said, it is like kind of my club, and it is who I support as a boy, and yeah, it's nice. I can't say I've not enjoyed that side of it, but I know how much hard work has to go into the next game. So it's almost like you have that 5 minutes with the absolute adulation, and then it's like, how did they go on? Who did they bring? What shape did they play? How did they go? And all coaching, managerial questions, and seeing who's fit and how many bodies we've got has been tough. But again, I don't think there'll be. With respect to that, I probably don't think I'll have it ever as tough as I've got it now with the amount of bodies that I've got. So there's every cloud and all that.
So obviously there's been a real upturn in results since Matt Hamshaw came in. What kind of an impact has he had with the players, and what do you think has enabled everything to come together in these 3 games?
Yeah, I think obviously first of all, I think the gaffer and obviously Waggy coming in, it's kind of making a massive difference. You can tell that by the results. And I think as players, I think we know that we probably haven't been good enough really last few games, and with obviously the change, it's been really positive. They've come in with new ideas, and it's one of them as players we've kind of had to look at ourselves and thought, you know what, we needed to do better as well. So as soon as I get a new gaffer come in, it was one of them like we all came together and was like, right, let's try and end the season on a high. But overall, it's been really positive. I think they've come in and changed quite a bit, and yeah, you can see by the performances and everyone smiling, and around the club, it's a positive place.
Are there any goals that you can set yourselves as a squad to try and finish the right way, or is it just try and win every game?
I think it's as simple as that really. I think it's win as many games as we can really into the end of the season. I think obviously at the start of the season, obviously all the lads were thinking obviously playoffs, and that was the aim. But obviously it's not the way it's been out so far. So I think it's obviously been an overall difficult season, but it's one of them. It's as soon as the gaffer's come in, he's kind of gone, you know what, let's forget about that and kind of move on. And that's what we've kind of done really. I think it's important to finish the season really strong. And you can see like the other night, the togetherness from the whole team and the fans, it's massive.
I was driving to a different game on Tuesday, but stopped off at the services and bumped into a Rotherham fan who had a big smile on his face, was looking forward to the game. Do you feel that you've put smiles back on the fans?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think you can sense that when you're speaking to people before game, after the game, you can sense a buzz around the place really. So I think for us really as players, we need to obviously, we're doing it for the fans, we're doing it for the club. So I think we kind of, like I said before, we knew we probably haven't been good enough. Obviously a change obviously happened, and it's one of them. You can see obviously walking in the building now, everyone's positive, and the performances has been massive. And yeah, sometimes that's needed. And yeah, it's like I said, you can tell I've spoken to a couple of fans before the game and after, and it's changed massively really.
What was the other night like? Can you enjoy a game like that when it's going on, or is it more like you enjoy it at the end when you've got the job done?
Yeah, I think it's more towards the end of her. So it's like I said, it was a difficult game. We obviously sat off quite a bit of the game. And yeah, it was one of them. Obviously, Bolton are a good team, so we knew we would be defending quite a bit of the game. But we know the players that we got in the building really, and we know the quality we have. So it's one of them. We kind of knew we're good enough and we're ready to step up. So, but overall, it was quite a tense game really. Obviously, they had quite a few chances. Obviously, Dorse did amazing in goals, or made some unbelievable saves. So, I think overall, like I said, it's the last 3 games have been really positive, and we're just trying to keep it going really.
Is this a good game to have next? Because obviously they're where they are in the table, an opportunity to play one of the better teams. You'd love to go there, wouldn't you, and get one over on them as well, and dent their hopes for this year.
Yeah, of course. I think when you play the teams higher up the league, you want to compete, and I think so far this season, I think the higher up teams we've competed. So yeah, it's one of them. We need to go there and get 3 points again, and hopefully carry on this run, because, like I said, it's so important to finish the season on a high, individually and collectively. So, like I said, the whole building's been positive. A lot has been changed, but overall, we need to keep winning football games, really.
And when you're on loan, and well, what is it now? It's mid-April, so we're nearly mid-April, so we're getting to the last month now. Do you start thinking about, what the future holds and stuff like that when you eventually come to the end of this loan?
Yeah, I think towards the end of the season, you always look back and go, how's the season gone for you personally, and obviously as a collective as well. So I think it's natural to, but I think for the aim for me is obviously always give 100%, and try and literally win all the games we can to the end of the season really. So I think, like I said, you always naturally look back and go, you reflect on the season, but like as soon as the gaffers come in, we go, let's park the first half of the season, and we've got this period where we can go on a really good run. And yeah, if all the lads give 100% and obviously give back what the fans deserve, then I'm sure we can end the season on a high. So that's the probably more important thing, really.
Brilliant. Cheers, pal.
Thank you.
Well, how much did it help you that having you worked with before and knew what you were about when you came in?
Yeah, no, it's massive. I think when you've worked and you've had that connection with obviously the gaffer and Woggy, you've had that connection before, obviously at Derby. So don't get me wrong, it's been really positive and it's been a big change. So, but yeah, for me personally, it's really helped me for 2 people coming in and that kind of know me and kind of trust me and believed in me really.
Yeah.